Hi everybody, welcome to the Alcon Communications Demo Room. Today I'd like to talk to you about one of the subjects we are always asked about, and that is about the correct etiquette on the radio and how to operate the radio. So I've decided to break this into three parts today. I'm going to talk about how the radio functions and the different buttons on the radio. We'll do a second part about how to speak on the radio, and then the third part about the terminology you can use on the radio. But getting back to the basic, which is how does the radio function? First thing is to remember to know what each button or what each knob on your radio actually does. So the critical ones obviously are the ones to turn the button on, turn the volume on, and make sure you have it set at the right volume. So often people come in, they've got it set at the wrong volume. Make sure you've got the volume set correctly for your environment. The second button, and this is another critical one where we find a lot of people making mistakes, is the channel button. Remember, these radios are pre-programmed by a dealer. You need to tell them what you want in your radio, and you need to understand what is in each channel. So channel 1 can vary from radio to radio. You need to know what channel is in slot 1 on your channel selector. And if you've got the wrong channel in there, you're never going to be able to talk. So make sure you have a copy of your channel list. Ask a dealer for that. Next thing is the aerial. Make sure the aerial is screwed in, not too tight, but make sure it's screwed in and not loose. Otherwise, the pin inside it may not make contact. When you go to make a radio call, you must engage the PTT. That's this button, the big button on the side. You must push, hold, and then breathe, and then talk. But make sure you've got this engaged. That is the most critical thing. Remember, this is a push to talk device, which means you push to talk, release to listen. If you've got this button and you're holding it down and it's engaged, nobody else can talk to you. You must push, talk, give your message, then release. Depending on the radio, depends on what other buttons. There's quite often on most radios there's some other buttons on the side. In this particular case, we've got a whole lot of buttons which do a variety of things. They are pre-programmed by the dealer. So ensure that you know what the dealer has put into your radio, because if you start pushing these and you don't know what they do, then that can have a detrimental effect on your radio. So finally, just to sum up, just remember, make sure your volume's set correctly, make sure you understand what channel you're on, and the person you want to talk to is on the channel that you're on. Make sure your aerial is correctly installed and has contact, and make sure you push to talk, release to listen. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening.